Currently, there's a pretty bad virus going around in the United States. It's kind of disguised as COVID, but you're going to test negative for COVID and the flu, and nobody knows what it is. I've been out for 3 weeks, and I still have some of the symptoms. Like, I'm still recovering, meaning I cannot go back to work unless I'm fully recovered, because what's going to happen is, like I tried to go to work on Sunday, exhausted, first of all, and I can't stand for a long time. My back is hurting me because I can barely support my own body weight. I'm like, can't breathe, my chest is heavy, but I also feel like I have to vomit. I literally went through all the stages of like COVID, but it expanded into a 3-week timeline to the fact that I had to miss work for 3 weeks. And I worked 2 jobs. I didn't get a single check for 3 weeks. I've been to the doctor's office like 3 or 4 times, and I've saw 3 different doctors who were trying to figure out what was wrong with me and just giving me medicine and hoping that it helps. Like, nobody knows what it is. Nobody truly knows how to treat it. You just have to write it out. Why is the news not talking about this? Why is nobody talking about this virus that's going around the U.S.?
I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh, Shah Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, those who were willing who learned this truth from. And salutations to the brothers stiffly pushing this one truth in all sincerity and diligence, risking your lives and freedoms to do so. All right, and shalom to the rest of the elect. All right, this is your brother Chagabar. All right, and are we looking at a repeat of 2020? Okay, and this is something, I've been speaking on heavy. Brothers have been going into this, but the fact that it's looking like this year is shaping up to be a repeat of what happened 4 years ago, man. All right, and then you have this particular post that's been going around, as you see here, all these different things that were taking place in 2020, the Chiefs versus 49ers, the Super Bowl, the outcome of that, and all this other shit on this list, man. I'm not about to read all of it, but it's all literally the exact same thing. And we know COVID, all right, the pandemic, the lockdown started in March, all right, I forget the exact date of 2020. All right. And now all of a sudden you have all these you have the bubonic plague has been spotted in Oregon. All right. I believe it was a case where the plague was on a cat, and then then a resident. All right. Whatever particular resident got diagnosed with it. OK, the bubonic plague here, man. OK, we know they've been talking about disease X. Right. So is this going to be a repeat? All right. And I was reading one of these comments. All right. I forget what video it was on, but somebody mentioned mirror magic. OK, which I'm not, I don't know what that is. I'm not saying that, that's exactly what's taking place. But we know these devils, they consult with them left hand spirits, man. Esau's warlocks and witches and shit. Right. They do that. So I could see it to where, they have to have particular things line up the same way to try to increase the energy, you know what I'm saying, or try to have the best desired outcome. You know what I'm saying? If they want this Plandemic 2.0, all right, the disease X to be 20 times more fatal, you know what I'm saying, then they have to have it to where they use this energy in a certain way, whatever the case. All right, because the comment said mirror magic, and I was like, because all these events are mirroring each other. OK, what happened 4 years ago. So it'd be no surprise if, sometime in March, all right, around the same time, we enter into a whole nother lockdown due to a deadly disease outbreak. OK, now I'm not saying it's going to happen. Right. But at this rate, it's very possible that it do.
Currently,
it's very possible that it does happen because these patterns, they are repeating. Like I just showed you that post there. All right. And people are actually getting sick, man. You have people walking around with masks still. And they was talking about that whole mystery pneumonia outbreak that started in China. Then it spread to Europe, then the U.S. OK, and then they just stopped talking about it. Then they got everybody distracted with the border crisis, the war over there in Israel. OK, and the Houthis and you know what I'm saying? And Trump versus Biden and all these different things, man. So they completely kind of took your eyes off of this damn pestilence, man. OK, but yet you have all these people that are going through these unexplainable bouts of sicknesses, man. OK, these people are still sick. And we know that everybody that took that damn juice, man, that took that jab, man, I believe these are the main people that's really gonna be coming with these outbreaks, man. Right? We know these devils have been spraying the air heavy, the chemtrails, the contrails, been doing a whole lot of shit, man. Okay, setting the stage for this next outbreak to be a lot more deadly than what happened 4 years ago. Okay, so you know, is it a case to where they're having to mirror these particular events? I mean, the fucking Super Bowl, you have the same exact teams playing and the same team won, right? Now, we understand those things are scripted. Okay, so why would they have to do that? Why does these things have to mirror each other in this manner, man? Right? Is it because they want to again harness that energy to have this next pandemic be 20 times more fatal, as they said disease X would be? Okay, disease X, you're hearing about, like I mentioned, the bubonic plague that was spotted in Oregon, that mystery pneumonia, okay, what they call it, the white lung syndrome or something like that, which again, they've just completely stopped talking about it. So don't get surprised, man, if you start hearing on the news and they start coming back with that narrative again, like it's coming out of nowhere. Well, it's not coming out of nowhere, man. These diseases have been here. It's just, again, they've taken people's eyes off of these things, man. You got you focused on everything else. Whole time that disease is just spreading. It's just spreading. Okay. And all of these symptoms these people are having, man, like she just, kind of explained, they they go to the doctor and they're like, they don't know what it is. All right. Or even if these particular things can be cured. All right. I forgot what it was. You had that video went out where it was an elderly man on that airplane who just started coughing up blood. Okay. Just like uncontrollably just bleeding. You know what I'm saying? I believe out of his mouth and his nostrils, and then he ended up dying. Okay, now you might say, well, this was this or this was that, but we in these times, man, to where these devils have told you that there's going to be a deadlier disease than C19. Okay, they wrote it in a Rockefeller playbook, that they will release particular viruses that will really do the damage, that will really be the real thing. Okay, and we know that it's all scriptural dealing with pestilences, man. Plague and pestilence is a sign of the end times, man. Right? Global outbreaks, okay, nationwide, international diseases that spread and get declared pandemics. Okay. That's all part of these times, man. All right. So, March is a few weeks away. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Next month, which this February is already over. Okay. This year is moving quickly, man. All right. They got all this shit going on ahead of these elections. All right. Like they trying to shut the elections down. You know what I'm saying? You got war popping out. All right. Everywhere, every which way you look. I mean, it's really bad out here, man. It's inflation. And on top of that, you throw this down another pandemic and lockdown on top of that. Okay. Yeah. All hell's about to break out over here, man. Okay. So, are we looking at, it might not even be COVID. It could be a variant they blame it on, or this disease X, or the Marburg, or the white lung, whichever one it is, or it's going to be all of it. Who knows? But, it's possible that shit could pop off in March, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when the true new year actually begins is the end of March going into April. Okay. Whenever that new moon falls on, near the end of March, that's the true new year. So it would make sense for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to start this shit all the way up like he did 4 years ago when the new year really was rolling in. Okay. And also too, we know we got that total solar eclipse. Okay. That's gonna take place, I believe, on like April 8th or sometime early April, which is so many signs going when you look into that, man. Like just the pathway that the eclipse takes this year. All right. And when you compare it to the one from 7 years ago, all right, it makes an X, all right, in a place called Little Egypt, all right. But even when you look into it further, man, there's so many other cities that have biblical references and different things like that. And that's not a coincidence at all, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua told us there will be signs in the moons and in the sun and in the heavenly bodies, if you will. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is showing you, man, that look, it's about time for this destruction to commence. You see, So, many signs going on, many things taking place. I mean, these devils are pulling out all their stops. You know what I'm saying? They're using their left hand magic. All right, because there is going to be another deadly disease outbreak, man. And this time it's going to be the real deal. The first one wasn't. It wasn't the real deal. All right, I believe that. They got I don't know what percentage of the entire population, but it has to be hundreds of millions, if not billions, of people that took that jab, man. Okay, so you about to see this shit pop off for real, man. This shit about to go down for real this time. All right, Lord willing, that they just gone ahead and it commences, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's the point. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakakadash, DTA Wild Baba Ball, Shalom.